On September 5, 1774, the First Continental Congress in the United States met in Philadelphia to consider its reaction to the British government's restraints on trade and representative government after the Boston Tea Party.
The group of colonial luminaries didn't meet in Independence Hall, which at the time was called Pennsylvania State House. Instead, delegates, selected by colonial legislatures, met next door in Carpenter's Hall, which had just been constructed. The State House was already occupied by the Pennsylvania Provincial Assembly.
The delegates gathered in the morning of September 5 at Philadelphia City Tavern, near Benjamin Franklin's home. Franklin had remained in England, and he would deliver a petition from the First Congress to King George III in late 1774. The group then walked over to Carpenter's Hall to inspect the meeting room.
In all, 56 delegates from 12 colonies came to Philadelphia for the meeting to address the Corvice or intolerable acts. The laws were meant as punishment for the activities of the Boston Tea Party, but they affected all colonies.
The First Continental Congress also made plans to convene a Second Continental Congress in May 1775 to continue the work started in Philadelphia if the intolerable acts remained in force.
A separate document, now called the Declaration and Results of the First Continental Congress, stated the group's objections to the intolerable acts, listed the rights of the colonists, and itemized objections to British rule beyond the intolerable acts. On October 26, the delegates also crafted a formal petition to King George III. It outlined the grievances of the colonies to the king, but it also didn't assign blame to him.
Next May, when the Second Continental Congress came back to Philadelphia, it met in the Pennsylvania State House. Violence had broken out in Boston with the battles of Lexington and Concord. Delegates from Georgia joined the Second Continental Congress, as did Franklin and George Hancock.
The Congress became focused on the war effort. Just 7 months later, it had left Carpenter's Hall, hoping for a constructive response from the king and the British government.